Well, welcome to Coffee with Vern, a time where we have intentional conversations about the gospel and we desire to talk about theological truth. Thanks for joining us. We hope you can learn and grow and be fed through this. Well, Boker Tov, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Coffee with Vern. This is the D Now Post special, which means I don't have a voice.
Which means you should be sleeping somewhere.
No. Means I feel like I've been buried in a hole all weekend and I have no voice.
There
but
you go.
Wow, it's good. Look at who we've got. If you are watching, you need to watch this episode, FYI. So if you're listening, pause this episode and go and pull it up on YouTube. Even if you're driving, put it on your dash and watch it because we have Josh Heath
wonderful.
in the house.
That is great advice.
We have Josh Heath in the house.
Listen to that
imagining
crowd.
a crowd all around us.
Well, in a minute, you'll actually have a spectator out there probably. Yeah.
That's so
But
true.
someone always walks by while we're filming.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But wow, Josh, welcome to Coffee with Vern.
Thank you. I'm so excited, nervous, nearsighted. Never been on a podcast.
You've got a good podcast voice, though.
Oh, I hate my voice. I've got one of those voices that I hear
Yeah,
it
you
later,
do.
and I
Isn't that
You do have a good
everybody
voice.
though?
Ugh.
Everybody's like, I hate my voice.
yeah.
I just always sound like I've been smoking a pack every day. Like yesterday, when I went to get the Dunkin' Donuts, I had not spoken, and like the first time you speak, sometimes a little rough. 5:45 in the morning, I'm like, "Can I get a 2 dozen?" And she's like, "What'd you say?" I said, "Hold on, can I get 2 dozen?" So it's okay. You could have that. Well, Josh, I'm glad
My
you're
voice is
here.
fresh.
It is. It purifies my
I haven't
ear.
really said much lately, so I'm good. Good with the voice, anyway.
It's going to be fun. I can already tell it's going to be fun. Well, we don't have any set agenda for today's episode.
Okay.
We do have a couple of things we want to talk about. Some really good memories of your life.
Okay.
And then I think I kind of want to pull up some stuff from church related matters too. We got to talk about Josh's role a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
How long you been here.
Okay.
One of my favorite memories that is probably one of your least favorite memories. And we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. Is that gonna be a surprise?
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
it was definitely you and Mandy's probably least favorite memory, but it is
okay.
one of my favorites.
Okay.
And so we'll get that. But Josh,
Yes.
how do
sir.
we even start this, Jesse? What do you? I mean, we got our boss in the house.
I don't know.
I'm kind of nervous.
You know what? I'm a little disappointed you didn't bring your mug.
The office mug?
Yeah.
Well, I brought my Yeti. You should be proud of that one.
Yeah.
Georgia
Now,
Tech.
personally, I
And
do
LFJ.
like that one.
Yeah.
See, for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a little disappointed you couldn't match little Michael.
I mean, you are
he's
Michael
hidden.
Scott.
There he is. Yeah.
You are the Michael Scott of our office.
Yeah.
You are.
Well,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah, I try to be. I mean, world's best boss.
There you go.
Well, I'm just glad that you have
my
all the
aim
mugs.
in life.
Did you get a new prison mic one?
That one should be like,
Oof.
yeah.
Oof. We have to edit that.
I get that. Yeah.
You're going to need to edit that one.
It might have fallen out of my car and got a crack.
Yeah, you might.
That
Need
was
to.
a gift, and so
Oh.
I didn't let the giver know.
I was telling Allison
You're
last
going to have
night.
to edit that.
One of my favorite coffee mug episodes is when Jim says he doesn't realize that Andy's face mug is Andy's mug. When Andy says, dude, that's my face.
I still have not seen every episode. Like because I was working through it when they took it off of Netflix. And I don't
Josh
really want to pay
has-
for
I've got
it.
all
all
the
the
seasons.
Do you really?
up through season 7 because after Michael Scott, I'm done.
Do I need to check them out from you? You know?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, deal. I can do that.
Do it.
I need to. I've gotten into the Marvel world, and so like
Okay.
I've been hanging out watching WandaVision and all.
Yeah.
Which has been really good.
He took all my old Marvel DVDs.
I did. I did, and I'm watching them all the time. And so I appreciate you, Jesse.
You're
for
very welcome.
donating to my music and
Yes, sir.
DVD library. But let's get the show on the road with old Josh Heath. So first of all, Josh, you are the executive pastor here on West Acre staff. So tell
That's
us a
what
little
the
bit
website
about.
says.
That is what the website says.
Is it really? And that's what your little plaque thing says outside your office. Which
yes, in gold lettering.
It's gold lettering.
Gold lettering.
I was about
Lisa
to add.
hooked me up with that.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Lisa. I'm going to do that a lot. They do that on podcasts, right? Like shout out.
Mm-hmm. I give shout outs.
Shout
They do
out.
that on podcasts.
You listen to a lot of podcasts though, don't you?
Not really. I mean, I listen to Al Mohler, the briefing most every day. But other than that, I mean, some leadership stuff I'll listen to occasionally. But
you listen to the briefing every day?
Almost, yeah.
So, I mean, you're a faithful podcast listener then. That's good.
I guess.
It can be one. I mean, one episode is good enough to be a faithful listener. As long as you're listening to ours, too.
Well, then consider me faithful.
That's it. Faithful to the Vern. All right, so tell us a little bit for anybody that doesn't know you, because we have some people that listen from Greenville and whereabout. What is your role here at West Acres?
Oh, goodness. This is...
In a nutshell.
If you're concerned about your listeners, this is going to be boring quick if you're talking about my role.
You could give a quick peanut shell.
Sure. So, I started as business administrator. Been here 13 years. And
there you go. Good stuff. We need that.
So, and that was mainly like the facilities, the finances, and kind of the human resource stuff. And then it grew into pastor of administration when I felt a call to ministry, did seminary.
That's right. You have your seminary degree.
Took on more of a pastoral leadership role. And then it was just beginning of 2020 that it expanded a little bit more to executive pastor. And so just working with, that basically helping Pastor Larry with the nuts and bolts of executing our mission and vision as a church. That's behind the scenes stuff mostly.
That's not boring.
No.
That's the good stuff.
No, it's honestly, that's how God created me to what he created me to do.
You are very good at that kind of stuff.
Well, I praise God because he gets all the glory. He's being able to live out, how he made me is a really cool thing.
How long? So I was in the youth when all this stuff kind of happened. There's cobweb right there. It's bothering me.
Okay.
How long ago did you transition into like a pastoral role?
I think that it was 2012 that I kind of felt like, okay, this is a call to not just church administration and the business part, but actual call to ministry.
Well, that was my first year.
My freshman year of high school.
Yeah, my first year.
You inspired me, Jesse.
Oh, boy.
You inspire me too, just FYI.
This is why I sit behind the camera.
No.
So I can just look at you guys with this look.
I wish everybody could see that look, personally. I'm just going to make sure I'm out in a couple of weeks, and then you have to show yourself.
No. See, next time, I did not enjoy that. So next time, I will just put the camera on blank seats.
Well, you want to put a frame of me or something?
Yeah, I'll put a cutout of you or something.
You're out next week.
No, I'm saying...
No, he's saying the last time he was out, I had to be on camera.
Do you remember that?
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in the quarantine because of the Rona.
Did not enjoy that.
No, you did.
Sorry, I spaced out for a minute.
No, you good.
Remember,
get you a sip of water.
First time on the podcast. Coffee with Vernon.
Is that not coffee?
No, he's drinking water.
What?
But for all the listeners, Josh is a coffee connoisseur kind of guy like me.
I drink one in the morning. K-cups.
No.
Yeah. But you used to drink a lot, didn't you? No, I thought you start...
Malone drinks gallons like me.
Well, no, I knew that about Malone. I thought for some reason you drank a ton and then you started having to cut back.
Oh, I cut back on Cokes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's healthier than I am. Apparently, my boys saw you running yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah, early.
And they said, man, Josh was out there getting it. He had his reflective jacket on. And
I did. Shout out to Micah Fort, who gave that jacket to me.
Very nice.
Safety first.
Yeah.
No, see, you run all the time, though, because I remember 2 years ago when we did the West Acres summer camp, I got there real early.
Oh, yeah.
To set up at the pavilion because
and he was running.
I was anxious about all that nonsense. Yeah, and he just comes up with his running attire on. He says, hey, you need help setting up? I was like, what in the world? Where'd you come from?
That's the nice thing y'all have about living real close, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all got a good area to exercise and run, a.k.a. trying to find me a house around here so I can bike because I like y'all's little
There's always
area.
There's always houses up for sale in my neighborhood.
They're outrageous, too. Someone sold that house at the front of y'all's neighborhood. They wanted $320,000. That ain't worth $320,000.
But that's the new one, right?
No, not the back one. Not the one that this guy... I'm talking about that white one. When you turn in, the second one on the left.
Yeah.
$320.
Well, that's crazy.
I was like, you're hilarious.
It's not worth that.
No, not. Can't afford that, even though I want the church in my front yard, so I can just be like, hello, good morning. Well, let's get into the fun stuff. So here we have something glorious.
Oh, yeah.
You went to college where?
Samford University.
Sanford. That's in Alabama?
Not Stanford.
Samford.
A lot of people got that confused. I corrected most.
Is it like S-A-M, Samford? Or?
Sam. Yep.
Okay.
Samford.
And that's in Alabama?
Birmingham,
Yes.
Alabama.
And you played football.
Yes.
We got was it D2 or
freshman
D1?
year. No, it's kind of on the Furman level, Mercer.
Oh, okay.
But
What
we've
would
got an
be-
NCAA college football player in the house.
Correct. FCS now is what they call it. It's not like, FBS. But
What position did you play?
played cornerback.
Nice. So you were fast.
I mean, if you can consider it playing.
Hey,
Never
if you,
saw the field.
If you were
Only
on
played
the
my
team
first
and
year.
you practiced.
Yeah, I mean, I throw out. I played college football.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Seriously.
we can't say that.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you have the proof. So
Oh, yeah, wait.
I think this may be my only
Let me-
proof. I think that's the only
Let me
thing
put
we
my
got.
microphone down so I can work the camera.
this is good.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to flash this thing?
Oh,
or?
you have the honor of flashing this
Let me-
picture.
Let me put it right there.
Look at that.
So
Oh,
that was
man.
1993. I only played my freshman year. That was enough for me.
3 years before I was born.
Those were some big boys. I'm 5'6", 6'4" in my head, but we live in a fluid world, with certain things about ourselves, but
6'4"
for
in
some
my
reason
head.
people do not believe you can. Well, I won't go there right now, but people just don't believe if you think in your head that you're 6'4", but you're actually 5'6". They don't give you credit for that like they do on other characteristics.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, 5'6". I was probably about 155 there, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, is this before you met Miss Mandy?
Yeah. So I graduated from college, and we met in the fall of 1997.
Question.
She was at AAU at that time.
Okay.
Did you throw out, hey, I'm a college football player?
Yeah, I want to know that.
Well, sure. I mean, of course I did. I was throwing everything out. Everything.
Now, how did you and Mandy meet?
Oh, we met at church.
I know you
Of
want to
course.
talk about this, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night. Yeah, I mean, love of my life. So we were at a church called Baker Woods. It's not around anymore, but if there are any old time listeners here, they would probably recognize the name. And so she was actually dating someone when I graduated from college, and that we kind of maybe started flirting a little bit. But then after they broke up, I just
swooped
swooped it up.
My man.
Yeah. I didn't waste any time.
My man was like a hawk, waiting around and coming in. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
So y'all met at Baker Woods.
Yep.
And y'all got married in 2000?
2000, yeah. So we just celebrated
Wow.
20 years in the fall, in October.
And you got married on my birthday, October
enough.
21st.
Yep.
That's it. So that's our little connection. I always remind him that my birthday is your anniversary.
October is a good anniversary month.
It's a good month.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a great month. Yeah. And so
Is that a hint?
at my birthday,
Oh,
that's a hint at my
it's a hint
birthday.
to something else.
No, there's no hints.
Anna,
being
are
dropped
you
to
listening?
anything.
Maybe you should listen closely.
No. Nope. Nope. You're gonna need to edit that too.
No, not gonna know. Not gonna.
Time out before we move any further. I just want to thank you
Uh-oh.
for last week.
Oh, about the overalls?
I just want to thank you. And
What'd
for
your
all
dad
my
say?
listeners, I bought a pair of overalls and I will wear them next
Wait,
week.
did you buy them or did Anna buy them?
I bought them.
Okay.
I Venmo'd her.
You Venmo'd
But she
her.
went and got them because the only Tractor Supply that had them was the one in front of her house.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
they live behind a Tractor Supply.
What did Daryl get a little upset with you?
No, he was genuinely like, I heard you bought some overalls.
Oh,
And I was like, yes, Dad, I want to match you. He said, but you didn't get the denim ones. And I said, no. He said, you're not matching me, son. That's ridiculous. And so I don't know. I got the khaki ones.
Another one.
No, I got the khaki ones, and I'm thinking about wearing them for Ecclesia tonight because David Nowling wore his last Tuesday, and it was epic. So I will wear mine next Tuesday for everybody. But back to the real thing, which is Josh Heath. So college football, executive pastor, Mandy. Can't forget Miss Mandy because my man, I think your brain spins on Planet Mandy 24/7, which is a good thing. I will, if I may add, if you want to see a marriage that is centered around the Lord, but someone who's infatuated with their wife, look to Josh. I mean, it's a great example of how to love a wife. I will.
Well, praise
You're
the Lord.
setting a great example for your kids.
She's easy to love.
And we do love Miss Mandy. Miss Mandy's like my mom. Does that mean you're like my dad?
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, she takes care of me like a mother would. She loves me.
sure.
Now, that's probably weird because I work with you now. But you know what? Moving forward. Jesse, how you doing over there? It's weird at times.
You are 20 years younger than Josh.
I am.
It's okay.
It's weird working here sometimes because growing up here, people still treat me like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
And so I have to remember that. But good stuff. So let's talk about some of my favorite memories of Josh. So I've known Josh as long as Josh has been here. So 13 years. Did you go to church here before you went on staff?
No.
Okay. So me and you and Malone are the three that were here and then we're on staff.
Correct.
Now, where were you at before you came here?
I was at Berea, which is now Crawford Avenue.
That's right. That's right. And Bert, the pastor, was your...
Dr. Bert now. Shout out to Bert Daniel.
Dr. Bert. Congratulations. He was your college roommate?
Sweet mate.
Sweet mate.
So we shared a bathroom.
Yes.
We locked him in the bathroom one time, which was pretty fun.
I would have loved to watch them in college, honestly.
Yeah, it was good times.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So that's how that
it was my
connection.
Sweet mate. This year, freshman year. And then he got serious about things and went to Columbia International University.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he transferred.
Southern Seminary, yep.
I didn't know he went
Big
to Southern.
influence on my life.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you were at Berea, then you came here. So I've known you your whole time you've been here, though, because my family's been here over 20 years. And so been some very good memories. But I have to say one of my favorites, and this is probably your least favorite, softball. I will never forget the day you ran and dove.
Yeah.
And flew in the air for a fly ball.
Okay.
I remember standing and
an absolute line drive.
Dude, I just remember watching it. I mean, you looked like a bird soaring. Now,
majestic.
Walk us through what happened.
Okay.
But first of all, I want to know what was going through your brain as you were running.
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and Josh play softball together, and Josh is a good softball player. Honestly, me and you in left field, we hold down the fort down there. But this was not such a great memory for you, probably.
No, goodness.
But walk us through it.
All right. So this was maybe about 5 or 6 years ago.
Because I was in high school.
Yeah, and I was not in shape at all. I hadn't done anything athletic related, leading up to that. It was the first game of the season. But, I mean, playing...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, first game of the season. Playing sports all my life, I'm really competitive. And I've got to go into Charlie Hustle mode because of my size. I mean, I've always been small on everything. And so I've got to outdo everything size-wise. I'm extremely competitive, and so playing men's softball is like playing the Super Bowl for me
Me too, but...
and it is for a lot.
But it is funny.
So it was the first game. I think it was the 4th inning. And guy gets up the bat. I mean, I was playing...
You're playing right field.
Right center. Yeah, and so guy gets up the bat, line drive my way. It's probably about 15 feet. I'm telling you, it was on a rope. And in my mind, I didn't have much time to think, but I'm like, I'm going after it. And so, I mean, I went hard. I laid out and as I stretched out, it hit right here at the under my shoulder, and it broke some bone up in there. Yeah, and I knew that I was hurt, and I mean I didn't even come close to catching it. By the way,
Oh no!
I mean it would be great if I'd actually caught it, but it's just no. I was probably about 2 feet off.
Because I was standing watching, waiting for our game to start. Because that's when we had two
we
teams.
weren't on the same team that year. That's right.
No, because there's a competitive team and then there's a fellowship team. And long story how it used to work is like if your fellowship team won the championship, they bump up in the bracket to the competitive for a year.
We won.
And you're required to play in it. So he was on that team.
Yeah, we got slaughtered.
And it was miserable. You bump up, and then everybody else has been in competitive for a decade.
Yeah.
And so I was watching, and I remember seeing like a bird. Josh Heath taking off, and then
missile. Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, all I gotta say is, now when we played before COVID that last season, you would have never thought you did this, because my man, he's got it, dude. He's got his double ankle braces, and he's ready.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he comes out swinging.
I mean, I'm not gonna dive anymore. I've made that commitment.
But we still slide. Me and you still slide like idiots.
Yeah, I haven't slid in a long time.
I mean,
now your knees. Oh yeah, you got some nasty knees.
I got a nasty scar right there.
Yeah.
But our favorite thing together, I think, would be definitely softball.
Yeah. Good times.
And then camp. We're hoping to go to camp this year.
Yeah, that was the first camp I had ever been to.
And it was epic. Prison Mike. He wore his bandana literally just like Michael Scott. And the kids loved it. Great time with that.
Yeah, that was fun.
And hoping to take him back.
Sleeping in that room with 12 or so high school boys. Yeah.
Shout out to Cole Langford.
Hey, Cole.
Was it just the fact of sleeping in there with him, or was it like the smell?
Let's just say I did not lock the bathroom door all the way by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And the doors didn't really work.
Yeah.
You had to be on guard always.
Yeah. Well, that just sounds like summer camp.
Well, and that's why you're going to go.
Always. I can't go this year.
Yeah, but you're going next year.
Okay, that's fine.
No, you're going at some point. I'm going to christen you into the waters. But we have had some good memories. Mm-hmm. But one question I wanted to ask for the viewers. So as we move forward as like a staff and all, and now COVID kind of settling down a little bit and look into the future, we've been talking a lot about how do we reach young people, and how do we grow the church for the sake of the kingdom, for God's glory, and things like that. You've been on staff 13 years. You've been on staff 8. Is that right?
9.
9.
Almost
I'm
9.
coming on 2 in May for like being on full time, but full time was just 1 in January.
You've been here forever. I mean, it just feels.
I know, right?
I've been here since I was 2. I've had, but
you didn't get your office until you were 4, though.
the toilet was my office.
Yeah,
it still is,
honestly. But with that, what is the joy? And I don't even know how to ask it, really. And if you can help me think through it, like
I'm still trying to go where you're going. I'm trying to see where you're heading.
It's more of like, why do you love serving West Seekers like you do? Okay. What brings you to go, man, this is where I want to be for the rest of my, because like I'm fine with being here for the rest of my career if that's God's will.
Right.
I'm like, Lord, keep me here as long as you want. And then also to follow up that question, what are you most excited about for 2021 and West Acres?
Okay, that's a great question. So
those are tough, but you got it.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, West Acres really is a special people. I want to say place, but church is not a place.
Special people.
I mean, people that love the Lord, love each other. They're super gracious people. They've put up with plenty of my mistakes. That says a lot.
Grace.
Yeah, very gracious. So that's one reason why I love being here. But I mean, God's done awesome things. He's done awesome things at and through the church body, and I think there's a great future, for West Acres. We got wonderful people, and we're excited about the future. One of our main things that we really want to focus on moving forward in the next few years is how are we going to reach the next generation? Right. How are we going to grow young families, especially those that maybe have gotten out of the church? Sure. And so we're working. We got a staff retreat coming up in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be our main topic. You play a big part in that, reaching our students and teaching our students, and seeing a lot of momentum and excitement there.
Yeah, it's been good.
A lot of energy, and we're really excited about that and what God's doing there. We got our new guy coming on. I won't mention him just yet because he's told his pastor today. And
question.
Yes.
Will you show him the worm when he gets here, like you have everyone else?
You know what? First staff meeting, I will worm into.
Exactly. Okay.
Just help me remember that.
Just making sure, because it has to happen.
Yeah, help me remember. Usually when a new person comes on, I come in a few minutes late, and Pastor Larry and I do this every time, and he like gets on to me, like, what's going on? Why are you? And we're playing it off, and the new person's kind of sitting there like, what's going on?
See, this time it should. Well,
I don't think
can't do that now because
he
listens to the podcast.
What? I'm sorry.
I said you can't do that now because he listens to the podcast.
Oh,
so now he'll know.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
You'll have to come up with something.
Yeah. I'll worm in there.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, he's letting his church know March 7th. So we're gonna make things public March 7th.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So he's gonna play a big part too, but it doesn't stop there. I mean, it's with. What we do, our energy and focus on ministry stuff and programming stuff, and so we just need to make sure that we're doing things that young families can get involved in, be engaged in, both here on campus, in person, and thinking about how we can reach them online. Through media. And so Jesse plays a huge part in that. We're so blessed to have Jesse. Shout out to Jesse Moore.
Shout out to Jesse Moore. Man, guy's got great hair.
Yeah. Okay, so I do want to mention a couple things here about Jesse.
Why?
Make him cringe.
Yeah.
Started out.
Yeah. Well, Jesse gets a lot of compliments. And I mean, absolutely deserving. Without a doubt. But I always try to remind folks, I'm the one that hired Jesse.
Okay, wait.
Kircher,
okay,
nerd.
let me. This brings about one of my favorite memories of Josh.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
go there.
So when I felt called to do ministry, I was working at an engineering job. I was sneaking phone calls out the back door to you guys.
Okay. Yep. Kind of remember that
because my boss was
sure.
He was good. He was just
the job
crazy.
My dad helped you get?
It was.
See, I feel a little bit responsible too because that's my dad.
Yeah. Daryl played a big part in that. So anyway, I'm like this is gonna be serious, serious working ministry, and so we get in to like the interviews, and I had like 4 or 5 separate interviews I had to come in on. And one of them was a project. You had me do a project. How would I communicate the Lottie Moon offering? And so
Lottie Dottie.
It was so. I was like, okay, gosh, I got to think of like some
in the church helping Lottie.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, what serious thing can I come up with to communicate how important and special this is? And Josh sits there and he's like, can you come up with something like this? And he turns on that rap video, the one you just did. Everybody in the church helping Lottie, and I'm sitting there saying, oh. Okay, I can do this. So it was funny.
Yeah.
Totally shattered like I have to be so super serious in ministry.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah. No, I knew coming in I wouldn't have to be super serious all the time.
It's this kind of goes with the role, but I mean really having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like we have
so much
I would
fun.
say we have one of the most fun staffs.
Totally agree.
Yeah. No, if you haven't seen that video, though, it's totally worth the 5 minutes.
I need to watch it. Do you have it?
Or YouTube.
No, I don't have it. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I'll find it.
Everybody in the church helping Lottie.
I'm going to go find
Lottie
it.
Moon.
Man.
Shout out to Lottie Moon.
Changed my life.
And so second thing about Jesse, I want to mention. And
don't think you're going to get off the hook. Go ahead.
So 2 girls. This is really about my girls, but it involves Jesse. Carson and Kendall. Carson is 14. Kendall's 10. Sweet, precious, wonderful girls.
Shout out to Josh's family.
Shout out. And Carson is extremely creative.
Oh, here we go.
She is.
Draws.
We know where this is going.
Amazing. Animation,
she's very talented.
Musical. She's got like 5 guitars now. Or stringed instruments, excuse me. Her and her granddad just did a cigar box guitar. They just made one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
She's going to show it to you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Plays piano, and mostly by ear. I mean, she's taking piano.
That's great.
But Kendall, I mean, she's starting softball this year, so no diving for me. I'm going to help coach.
Nice. I'm going to come to a game to help motivate you as a coach.
Okay. Please do. All right.
Go Josh.
Yeah. Hopefully
Kendall, you keep doing what you're doing, but go Josh.
Hopefully that competitive nature that for 9-10-year-old girls softball league does not. Now. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So Carson, we were talking about, her talents and how she could use those in the church or for kingdom work or whatever. And she said, yeah, I would like to have Jesse's job when he dies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did she pause and go?
No, that was for effect.
That was for effect.
I was about to say that'd be priceless.
Yeah.
Oh my.
No,
Lord.
I mean she said it naturally. Like
I'd like to have
that's
Jesse's
just
job
a matter
when he
of
dies.
fact.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that is hilarious.
See, she knows ministry doesn't stop.
That's right, baby. That's
she
right.
can sew. She could do the puppets.
There you go.
Look at that, dude.
Take over the mantle.
Bring it on. That's what I'm talking about.
Big shoes to fill.
Look at that. Well, I just love making Jesse cringe in any way.
Please.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll just sneak out the back door.
No, that's not how this works because you're still in charge of all that part right there. I don't know how to run that camera. Are you kidding me? And I'm not going to touch it like some people do. So, man, good stuff. I'm excited for our future too. But
Yeah.
well, Josh, any last things you want to say to the people of Coffee with Vern? We just greatly appreciate you coming on. We're gonna have you on more.
Yeah.
Our goal, before I give you that opportunity, if you have some things you want to say to the people, our goal is to have our staff on more.
Yes.
Like next, we've got our on a hit list. We got Rob coming.
Rob
I'm excited
and
for that.
Pastor had to switch places
Because Rob's voice in this microphone is going to make everyone's ears just subtly.
I
just
will
feel
have
great.
to change the settings.
I mean, his voice is so low and pure that you're just going to sit. It's going to feel like a massage to the ears. I mean, honestly, you might have to turn the bass down in your car.
Well, see, right now it's hovering on medium, on tone.
It's going to be great.
And soft on
can't
strength.
wait.
And I'm going to have to.
Everyone's voices are different too on our staff.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. So, but we're excited to have our staff on more, putting, honestly, we have the podcast for the sake of reaching people and glorifying the Lord, but I'm excited to have our staff so we can talk about the future of West Acres.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let people know, hey, we are seeking the Lord in everything we do over here. We'd love for you to partner in and join us. But any last few things you'd like to say to end us out, to close us out today? Got any last thoughts?
I mean, I got a lot of work to do, so got my, start to think about that kind of stuff. You put me on the spot, and
See, I like putting people on the spot. Yeah. Malone doesn't do good on the spot either.
No,
but hey,
fun.
It has been, and we're gonna have more of it. Looking forward. I would like to have you on sometime to talk a little bit about some of the mission trips you've been on.
Okay,
because you lead a specific one. And so
I hope. Yeah, don't know how what we're gonna do this year.
Yeah,
hope we can go, but
Lord willing.
Yeah, if not though, summer camp,
dude. I need you as a group leader for summer camp. I need Prison Mike back. You'll have Team Blue if you do go.
That's where the competitive juices come too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. But we've got good things coming, good things planned, and so be on the lookout for that. But thank you, Joshy, for being on today.
Thanks for
having
me.
The myth, but not the legend. Is he a legend? I don't know. You can see him if you're watching. So have a great day. And we're looking forward to many more to come. Pastor Larry, Brother Rob, we've got everybody coming. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, go in peace. Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you next week.